Hey guys, what's happening? Alan here at the Gibson Garage YouTube channel. And today it's another video on the Ranger. We're going to go ahead and get that heater valve switched out. So for those of you following along, you know what's about to happen. For those of you who are just looking for a how-to, this is your video also. So stick in there, I'll show you how I do it. Okay, so I've made a little change in plans. I was just going to replace the valve, and I was gonna show you guys to clamp the hoses with something. Like I've got these soft jaws wood clamps, and I was gonna clamp the hoses closed, but as soon as I touch the hoses you can hear them crumbling. So I don't want to, if I clamp down on those hoses, I'm gonna knock a whole bunch of stuff loose into the system, and so if the hoses are like that anyway, they need to be replaced. So we're just gonna replace the entire setup, the two heater hoses that go from the valve to the firewall, and then the two heater hoses, the longer ones. One goes, the bottom one goes to the top, and the top one goes way down to the bottom. So you can see right behind the belt. It goes down and then loops kind of back up underneath the tensioner and behind the tensioner, and there's the clamp right there. So we'll replace all four hoses and the valve. This is the valve. There's the part number from Four Seasons. I got that at AutoZone. It's like, I want to say it's like 15 bucks. It wasn't much. And then hose is, I don't know, $1.99 or $2, you know, $2.20 a foot or whatever. So it's not going to cost too much. The biggest thing is it's probably going to get messy. I'm trying to do this in a smart way, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Alright, gonna make a mark here. It goes all the way back there. There we go. A little extra don't hurt. Make a mark. Cut it. Okay, so you're gonna grab your 8mm, undo that hose clamp, pull this guy out of that hole, undo this clip right here, pull off this hose here that went from right here to right here. We're gonna pull that hose off, take off this hose clamp with the 8mm and slide this thing out and get it out of my way here so we can get to that bottom hose a little easier. I'm going to take off these two hose clamps. Come on, work with me, baby. Right now the valve's closed, so let me grab some channel locks. There we go. There we go. A little bit out of that one. We'll just hold this up in the air like that. Didn't lose too much so far, not a biggie. Okay, we're gonna lose a little bit more out of this one, but we'll live. It's just gonna be whatever's hanging out in the hose, really. And a little bit in the radiator, because the radiator sits a little higher than all this, so that's, I don't know, what we could try and do is get the hose cut and do a quick swap, maybe. What do you think? Alright, don't judge me, but I've got this set up so far. We're gonna stick it on here like this. Oh, any clamps on that end. I was gonna use his originals. Alright, I got this one hooked up. I'm just hanging out here with the hose. First hose, top hose, hanging out and ready to go in. In case this starts wanting to flow, Or we can just hook up this hose real fast like. Well. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the hose clamped from underneath, but so I can sneak the pliers up behind the tensioner. Then I'm gonna come up here and try to wrestle it off and sneak this plug on real quick so I can pull the hose out, measure it, and put it in place. How much do you think we lost? Way too much? Me too. Okay, so I've got the hose just sitting in place. There's one end of it. Just got to hook it up to that. And it's sliding through that little slider thrower thing. Loops it down around there. Plenty of room away from the belt. Goes into the other little slider loop thing down there. And it's just sitting now right behind where it needs to get plugged in. First I'm going to hook this up. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna remove the belt and the tensioner real quick. It's easy enough. This is already gushing out. Oh no. Alright, so here's the setup. This is that lower heater hose. And just in case there was any, wonder as to why we were replacing these hoses, listen to this. Okay, now let's see. That's why we're replacing them, because they're crunchy and deteriorating. Last thing to hook up is this vacuum line, and if you break this, it's not a big deal. A little piece of a motorcycle fuel line, or like vacuum tubing for your windshield wipers. We'll fix it right up. Now let's see if it works. There it is. Hose clamps, old ones over there, just because those are easy to get to. Why not? New hose clamps, ran out, so bottom one's not new. But it's all hooked up, and I just got to throw on this intake tube. That's going to do it for the video. Thanks for watching, guys. That's a pretty simple one. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And I got pretty lucky with switching that hose, that bottom hose from the plug. You need to get some of those plugs. That worked out pretty good. I still made a little mess, but we'll live. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe and comment below if you want. Also, hit that join button if you want to become a member and get daily up-to-date pictures and posts that are in between the normal videos that other people aren't seeing. Thanks for watching.